May 2nd, just maybe. There's one thing more than anything else that will defeat us in our recovery. This is an attitude of indifference or intolerance towards spiritual principles. Basic text, page 18. When we first came to NA, many of us had great difficulty accepting the spiritual principles underlying this program, and for good reason. No matter how we'd tried to control our addiction, we'd found ourselves powerless. We grew angry and frustrated with anyone who suggested there was hope for us because we knew better. Spiritual ideas may have had some bearing on other people's lives, but not on ours. Despite our indifference or intolerance towards spiritual principles, we were drawn to Narcotics Anonymous. There, we met other addicts. They'd been where we'd been, powerless and hopeless, yet they'd found a way not only to stop using, but to live and enjoy life clean. They spoke of the spiritual principles that had pointed the way for them to this new life of recovery. For them, these principles were not just theories, but a part of their practical experience. Yes, we had good reason to be skeptical, but these spiritual principles spoken of by other NA members really seemed to work. Once we admitted this, we didn't necessarily accept every single spiritual idea we heard, but we did start to think that if these principles had worked for others, just maybe they'd work for us too. For a beginning, that willingness was enough. Just for today, just maybe the spiritual principles I hear spoken of in NA might work for me. I am willing, at least, to open my mind to the possibility. I'm Herb the Addictaholic. This is just for today. And I've shared this anecdote before, but I'll share it again because it kind of makes sense for a lot of people. Imagine a man on a high wire or a tightrope that crosses like the Grand Canyon, and he's walking back and forth, and then he's running back and forth, and then he's doing cartwheels and backflips and walking on his hands back and forth across this tightrope. And then he starts carrying people on his back, across this tightrope. And so then you notice there's hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people on the other side of the canyon. And you're standing there, and he comes up and says, "Come on, I got you." And, me being an addict, my first thought is, I don't know about that. Even though I've seen him handle this tightrope like a Cirque du Soleil professional and carry people across, and there's a fire behind me that's burning, and it's coming my way right to the edge of the canyon. And that fire is my addiction. And this man carrying people across is spirituality, is an understanding that I'm not alone. It's a helping force, a God of my understanding, and all I have to do is be willing, and there's a possibility that I can join those millions of people on the other side that are clean, living free and happy. So thank you guys for coming out. I hope to see you tomorrow. Keep coming back. It works if you work it.